Hello.
Yes, welcome. Thank you for showing up.
Oh,
Welcome to the meeting of people who smile strangely.
smell strange?
Smile
Oh, okay.
strangely, that's down the hall. You don't want to go to that meeting.
The smell or the smile?
The smell meeting. Hello.
Hello. So,
Surprise. We're 6 days early. Or are we one day late? Nope, it's backwards.
oh,
This is like
shoot.
red rum over here.
Well,
Are you backwards or is YouTube backwards or whatever the hell this was on?
it's my camera actually. My camera is backwards, but
It's my Sharona.
lucky for everyone involved.
You can write backwards?
I sure can.
I can't. That's insane.
I know.
Now, if you could speak backwards, that would really be something.
That would be odd.
I think there's people who can do that, but they have to practice it.
I
It doesn't
mean,
come just off the tongue,
you
unless you were really above par.
well, you know what the deal is that um at one point I was in a math class that was just way over my head in high school. It was
Hmm.
like I
Oh, how clever.
and so what
You
I
need a
did was learned me and this other girl, Brenda, sat there and worked on writing backwards.
well,
Song lyrics, notes, whatever. That was what we did.
I never did that. That's cool.
I mean, yeah, it's a little embarrassing about the math class, but other than that, so we
My math
oh,
teacher was the kind of teacher who demanded to see your notebook.
oh, they wanted to see your work.
They wanted to see the work. They wanted to see, I think they just wanted to see what kind of weird shit you were doodling.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
we all want to see that.
Every kid was up to something weird, and sure the teacher wanted to make sure it wasn't too weird. My math teacher was classic because he wore a sweater vest.
Oh, that is pretty classic, isn't it?
Yes, he
Short
was
sleeve
the
shirt underneath though?
he appeared to me he appeared to me to be the nerdiest dude around. And but then one day, me and my friends were hanging out, and we had Santana Abraxas album,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's a very hip, cool, psychedelic, like early Santana album. And he walked by and he goes, "Ah, Abraxas, yeah." And we were like, "What? How is that possible?
I
How does he
mean,
even know anything about this?" And we were naive. And then soon after that, I started looking at old people and realized, like, huh, 40 years when they were young, 40 years ago, they weren't, you know what I mean? That unsuspecting person over there could have been someone completely different. You know what I mean? You think he's just an innocent old guy. And then I was like, huh,
yeah,
what about 40, 50 years ago? That guy might have been a complete maniac in the 60s.
I have an issue with teachers who try to be too buddy buddy with the
Oh, all
kids.
my teachers were like that.
That's a little creepy to
Oh, yeah.
me.
Smoking weed with the teachers,
Yeah, that's no good.
hanging out, sleepovers.
Yeah, no.
No, just kidding. The last part, I'm kidding. Smoke the weed part, though. You know, and be wary of any teacher, any school where you call the teacher by the first name. That's the first problem.
Greetings, Portugal. We didn't know.
Ah, hello there.
We did not know. The only thing we know about Portugal is what we've seen from Rafael Gomez.
Hmm.
Is he big deal for you guys? Is he like the
Portugal.
local hometown hero? Um,
I doubt it.
you don't know. We don't know. Portugal's not huge, so
It's possible,
I
but
mean, like the German in Venice is a big deal in Germany.
is he though?
Yeah, they're quite proud of him. Um, I don't know. We'll find out. He will let us know. Um, he said who? Sorry. So, Rafael Gomez, not well known.
See, I'm talking about.
He's a YouTuber that does.
GIV is not well known either. He's only within the circle of people who watch him.
All right.
Or
Well,
well known is like no.
uh, anyway, we were supposed to live stream yesterday, but Dave had a side quest, as we like to call it, the kids and I.
Hi, fellow kids. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah. 60-year-old kid.
Oh, is Nuno Betancourt Portuguese?
You betting quite your life he is.
Okay, well then there you go. There's something to be proud of. We all love Nuno.
I think there's a bunch of people from Portugal that we're aware of that we're just not thinking of right this second.
And Steve Perry, he just said.
Nice.
Yeah. Now tell us about your side quest, Dave.
Oh, it's just recording and going on there, a little jazz fusion recording trio, organ trio, as they say.
A jazz trio.
Eh,
Oh.
we like to call it jazz adjacent.
Oh, is that true? Okay.
It is true. It's got jazz undertones, but I don't think you'd call it full on jazz.
Is it acid jazz?
No, it's like,
I don't know. I've
it's
never
like,
seen the group.
I mean, would you call Jamiroquai jazz without the singer?
I mean, it's
Just the
acid
instrumental
jazz.
stuff. Yeah, it depends on what you want to call it.
I don't know.
It's
I'm
just funky music.
curious. Oh, okay. Funky music. All right. So maybe that'll be for sale or for streaming. Organ solos.
Yes, many of them.
It's
Lots of organ solos, and the organ player is playing bass in his left hand at the same time. All of it's live too, no overdubs.
Yeah, they played together. Would you say you recorded 9 songs?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't see it. Does anybody else have no screen?
Oh, wonderful. All right, let's adjust this. I dressed extra special for this show.
I mean, you didn't, but
Oh, how do you know?
hold on 1 second. Together, would you? No, there's definitely something to be seen on YouTube. I just looked at us. We're there. Weather report, like Dave?
Well, that would be nice.
I mean that.
Yeah, it's kind of yes, but this thing that we're doing is just slightly a little more how do you describe it? I guess a little more like a little more funk soul and a little less progressive jazz. I mean, Weather Report was like the top notch of jazz fusion. It's fusion that we're playing. Yeah, more closer to Jimmy Smith, but with like a bit of a backbeat. That's exactly it. Jimmy
Okay.
Smith, the great organ player. Yeah,
Excellent.
it's kind of hard to explain, I guess.
Well, I look forward to.
You know what it
hearing
is? It's like jazz standards, jazz songs, but with a little bit of a modern approach, like Soul Life type of thing. Only us. I don't know. Anyway, that's why we couldn't do it yesterday. I apologize. We made a mistake over there. A little bit of a conflict of scheduling.
I mean,
Ish. What's ish?
Is Jimmy Smith the cat ish?
Oh yeah. I thought ish. Maybe that's a good name for a band.
I mean,
That's like jam band. Ish. Kind of like fish, but without the ph.
Oh,
Ish.
Knish.
Actually, yeah, that's controversial.
Oh, it is.
I don't know.
Why would a Knish be controversial? Can you see us now, T-Bone? I hope the answer is yes. I hope you're having a great day. And
did you change anything, or there's nothing to change on our end?
I looked at YouTube, and we are our smiling faces are there. So,
All right.
My guess is that maybe there was some sort of buffering issue, and if he refreshed his page, he could see us. Spotify it. Yeah. Are you going to Spotify it?
Sure.
Is there other?
Closer to Headhunters, like as opposed to Weather Report, it's more closer to Headhunters, which is just a little bit more in the funk pocket.
Okay. You still can't see us, T-Bone?
Honestly, if we could play like Weather Report, we probably would.
Is anybody else other than T-Bone not able to see us?
Lonnie Liston Smith, exactly. Funky.
Okay.
Thank you.
T-Bone.
T-Bone, what's happening? What is occurring?
T-Bone, do you want to check out we're on Rumble as well. Same chick is the channel over there. See if maybe you can see us there.
Strange.
No, I know you're on YouTube, but if you can't see us, I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. We'll sort it out.
well, I need T-Bone to see our faces.
Gotta restart the old computer there.
Hold on a second. Hey, GB. Let me see if I can. I don't know if YouTube will let me put a Rumble link in the chat. It might be forbidden, but we're going to see. We are going to see. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-bum.
Yes.
I'm trying to share. Copy. I don't know if I'm going to do this forbidden thing, if I'm going to get in trouble. All right, well. Oh, shoot, my copy and paste isn't working.
All right.
I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. If somebody could link our Rumble channel in the chat for T-Bone, even though it might be forbidden, that would be cool. All right. In the meantime, T-Bone, we are going to move on to our first segment. Are you ready for that, David?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I don't know if that made a sound or not. Alrighty. So, it doesn't affect us here yet, but it might. Are you ready for this?
Well, first of all, before you start,
Yeah.
it already has affected us. Because that dreadful Cars for Kids is a plague amongst men. Is that what you're talking about?
That is what I'm talking about.
All right, what do we got? Call 1-800-CARS for Kids. Get out of here. Why is that in my head?
Okay. Are you ready for me to hit play?
Depending on what they're going to offer me for my car.
Okay.
Or is it my kid?
Dave.
They're going to give me a car for my kid?
I am going to hit play.
All right.
And you are going to be
I'm just saying,
man.
Isn't that illegal?
We'll find out together.
All right.
New at 5, the Cars for Kids charity will no longer air their jingle in California due to false advertising. After a judge determined it would funnel that money to a Jewish nonprofit. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes has those details.
If you have ears,
why does it matter that it was Jewish?
At some point in your life,
I don't know, but it wasn't for kids.
Most likely triggered a SIG alert in your brain.
Shut up! Shut up! What is this charity?
The seemingly ever-present jingle has been fodder for comedy bits for decades.
1877 Cars for Kids.
But the nonprofit isn't laughing after the latest lawsuit. A California Superior Court judge in Orange County found that the Cars for Kids jingle
that's Cars with a K.
is not okay for the airwaves, and she's banned the ads as they are currently worded starting after the first week in June in all of California.
Never seen these
saying they
ads.
violate the state's false advertising law.
So when you're running ads with young kids and the funds are going to older kids in another state and maybe even another country, that's a problem.
The lawsuit was filed by an Orange
That looks
County
like a
man
Family
who
Guy
donated
character.
a car believing it would help.
It's not
underprivileged
Cars for
children
Kids.
across
It's
the
Cars
country.
for
But the judge ruled
teenagers.
that needy or underprivileged kids were not getting the funds, and that instead the vast majority of money raised by Cars for Kids was going to another nonprofit that was funneling money to Orthodox Jewish programs in New York, New Jersey, and the Middle East.
They knowingly and intentionally
misled the public.
In a written statement, a spokesperson for Cars for Kids called the ruling deeply flawed and that its website makes it abundantly clear that it is a Jewish organization. We believe this case was
I don't
nothing
think
more
that
than
the
a
problem
lawyer-driven
is that
attempt to
it's
siphon off
Jewish.
charitable funds for their own gain. We expect to win on
I don't know.
appeal because
I think the problem is that it's not, they have these little children singing this song and you think, oh, I'm helping those little kids. But you're not. You're helping kids, especially if you're in California, you're helping kids that aren't in your state. They're not needy or underprivileged or whatever. They're just kids that are going to camps. And they're not even kids, they're teenagers. So it's like,
Well,
it's all false advertising. So
true.
and
How are they making millions of dollars off these crappy cars?
that's another thing. I have no
What is
idea.
this? Why don't we just sell these crappy cars?
I mean, I don't know what it takes. Like they probably have a nonprofit number and all that stuff. So you need it's not.
Yeah, but what?
We
They
can't
turn
just
it.
do
It's
that.
the junk metal. What is this?
I don't know. But it's a little shady.
Hmm.
I honestly didn't
mean-
realize it wasn't going to local kids who need help. Like I'm thinking, oh, school supplies or lunch money,
This seems like a matter for the courts.
It was, and then the
I don't
Cars for
know.
Kids lost,
What they did? Well, there you go. So,
but only in California.
aha.
So, but we don't have regular TV here, so we never see it. But when we were living in New York City or California, I mean that jingle's been around for decades, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Crazy.
Long enough for them to parody it on. Is that Family Guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I never gave much thought to it.
I mean, the stupid song gets stuck in your head, and it's like a torture.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder who came up with that jingle.
I do
I
feel
wonder if they've
like
done other
it's-
ones.
I feel like
Maybe they're
it's-
responsible for other things that are poisoning our minds.
I mean, it could be.
That's the crux of this story is we have to find the person who wrote that jingle and torture them.
Do we think that this is the only nonprofit they have that they're
That's what I'm saying. How do we know-
funneling money?
How do we know this isn't part of that beautiful blanket everybody gets?
No, it better not be. It better
I
not
don't
be
know.
part of Shriners.
That's what I'm saying. How do we know?
That would be crazy.
Cars for kids, beautiful
Shriners,
blankets.
yeah,
Who knows?
adorable.
It's
blanket.
55 years old. He's still selling blankets.
It's adorable blanket.
Yeah. Just saying.
All right, I love
all a
that kid,
scam.
and I
They're
will
all-
always love
Alex.
him.
His name is Alex.
All right, well, you love him too then, because you know his name. But
Alex.
I felt it was.
He's driving now. He's a school bus driver now.
He is not a school
Christ.
bus driver.
Oh.
Anyway, I thought that was an interesting tidbit because I was not a fan of the song, but
Yeah, it is interesting. Well, that's funny because really it seems like radio in general, they don't have very high standards or didn't have very high standards for who was airing their ads.
oh,
'Cause
like
there was
local
another
radio.
guy who was big on the ads in the on the AM radio in New York City area. And his name was something can't remember his real name, but his thing was, and you can call me Poppy.
Oh, I don't know
It
that
was
guy.
Poppy, and it was an investment thing.
Oh,
And it turned out that he was fucking people over.
Poppy was a
You can
scam
call me
artist.
Poppy. That's what I remember.
Oh
He was
boy,
yeah. It was like,
I don't remember that one.
yep, another scam, and it was all over the radio.
Yeah, that was rough.
And wasn't there an YouTube girl named Poppy? Whatever happened to her?
I'm
We used
Poppy.
to see her all the time.
Yeah,
What did she get? She retired?
no, she's still Poppy. She's doing music. I don't know.
She's still Poppy. That should be her channel. Still Poppy.
I'm glad you got the video now, T-Bone.
Well, whoa, come on. Don't leave us hanging. What was wrong? Or did you switch to Rumble? Is that
No,
what you're saying?
I see the YouTube thing next to his name, so he's commenting on YouTube.
Oh, you're very aware of the scenario.
I've got to be.
All right. Good. Glad we got that solved. Glad the Cars for Kids is
Just in
out in the open.
California, though.
Hmm?
Just in California. So we were if we're seeing them here, that'll continue unless Cars for Kids realizes, well, it's too expensive to do 2 different commercials for different states. So maybe they will redo their commercials for everyone.
You gotta go away now.
It is a little weird that.
Time to go. Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay. All right, next.
No, I'm not saying we gotta go. I'm saying they gotta go.
All right. Anyway.
They gotta go.
Are you ready for some music news?
Certainly. Always ready for that.
So here is 2 loving brothers, 2 brothers who love each other very much, who enjoy each other's company.
Is that Pete Townsend?
No.
Oh, I thought they were next to older Pete Townsend.
It's just Liam and Noel. Noel telling something to Liam. Liam just finding it the most hysterical thing ever. It's just two brothers, 2 besties, 2 bandmates. Isn't it the best thing?
Well, that's nice.
It is. It fills my heart with joy. And I would, to me, this means new music incoming.
Well, I have no idea what it means.
Yes, the Gallaghers. Liam and Noel having some fun. I'm glad, T-Bone. I'm glad that you're on a tablet, but I'm not glad that your phone is resisting us, T-Bone. I don't know why. All right, so this is it's not music news, but it's kind of newsy that they're hanging out at a what our friends across the pond like to call a football match.
Good for them.
Yeah, and having a blast. I love it. I love to see it. Now, some other interesting music news.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recognize this young man?
Yes.
All right, well, here we go. Oh.
How you doing? So, I'm here to explain why my homework hasn't been put in. So, the drill is that the, album was finished and it went to mastering, and the masters came back. And then, like everything else, sometimes you look at it and you think, you know what? That could be 10-15% better. So you're standing there thinking, oh yeah, this is cool, this is all done. And then you realise, do you know what? There's bits in that I can't really live with.
Oh boy.
And consequently, we have had to shove it back a couple of months. And part of that being because we do the vinyl type thing. That obviously takes time, and there is a process, and printing up the vinyl, it's not like sticking it out and doing it in your bedroom type thing. So we've all come to the agreement that the best thing would be just to chuck it back a couple of months. So that's basically what we've done. So I just thought I'd tell you why we haven't delivered the homework. There's still, I think we're still chucking out some stuff in the summer for the actual finished album, and also because Disco Stays the Same, which some of you heard on the tour, has radically changed. So if you did go and see that on the tour, I hope you enjoyed it, because I don't think you're going to see it again. You might see it in sort of remixy type forms, but the track is totally different because it's been through about 5 different changes. So I just thought I'd put you in the picture,
does not
really,
stay
if
the
you're
same,
standing there out there
Saying.
going, where is this Jamiroquai album?
That's not what I'm saying, brother.
Because it is there. It's just want to get it right. Been working on it 2 years. I just don't want to chuck it out. And it's not like primo. You know what I mean?
Thumbs up.
Ocean Jade Metallic. In the immortal words of
That's
what was the film?
all that matters.
Risky Business. Porsche. There is no substitute.
So
All right, well,
I find that very interesting. Hold on one second. I would like to answer this question that I thought was very, very interesting.
The
If Big Rec covered an Oasis song, which song would it be? I'm going with Supersonic. What do you say, Dave?
let's go with Little by Little.
Oh, okay. Dave's suggestion is probably better than mine, actually, because he really thinks about stuff like that.
I mean, that's without thinking about it, though.
And no tango, we do have a quiz coming up, so
You know.
stick around. So what do you think?
Or roll it over would be good too.
Oh, I can get behind that too. What do you think about JK? Is he? What do you think?
Or Let There Be Love.
Oh, okay. That's
Well, one of those that's got that kind of like mid-tempo, big thing to it.
Yes, I
Big
understand what
thing.
you're saying.
Yeah. So what were we saying?
I am saying, what do you think about JK pulling back the release of their new album?
I mean, shit happens. I don't even think he had to release that video. He didn't have to do that.
I mean, I think people were expecting it this summer, and
Well, they're going to have to wait then, aren't you?
they're going to have to wait.
He had no need to tell us that. All that did was make him look less than perfect. And there's no need for it.
Oh, you think so? He doesn't see. To me, it makes me
Endearing?
think no, but maybe a little too like micromanagey.
Oh,
Like,
well, he's fucking JK. What do you know?
Honestly, if he was to say if it could be 2 to 3% better, but he said 10 to 15% better, so that's a lot.
Well, now I'm interested. Actually, I want to know how the disco. What is it?
Disco stays the same. I think.
I want to know how I mean, it's almost a comedy at this point. He was making such a damn point of the disco staying the same, and then he says, "I hope you liked it because you're never going to see it again because it's changed."
Wow.
That's almost a comedy. This is a comedy of errors, JK. Yeah. If anyone was asking anything, it was when we getting Stu back in the band. Boom.
Okay. You know that Paul Turner is very up to the task.
Of course he is.
So, and he's,
I mean, some could argue that Paul Turner is a technically better bass player than Stu. But I would argue against that.
Okay. I don't think I've never seen that
Oh,
argument.
he's very, very, very perfect.
Who, Paul Turner?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's impeccable.
All right. Well, everybody knows how much you love Stuart.
Stewart just had a little more of that grit.
Okay.
Paul's amazing, though. Whatever. It's just personal preference. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, no one needs to know any of that. The best part about it was when he started talking about the Porsche. Then it got light again. That's good. I don't, you know what I mean? No one cares. We don't need to know the inner workings of JK.
I think he feels like he owes it to the people to let them know. I think that's very stand-up guy.
I mean, it's not bad. I don't care personally, but if he had a agent who was judging what should happen, and I was that agent, I would say, don't even.
It's a different time now, Dave. This is the time of social media. Your agent would.
Do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Anyway, No Tango said.
I don't want to know what Jimmy Page has for breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, you know what? Then don't follow him on Instagram because he's a big fan of the avocado toast.
I don't want to know that.
Anyway, No Tango says JK, Jamiroquai have enough money, status to bend music industry to their schedule. One thing we agree, Jamiroquai album live production is top notch.
That's for sure. He's always top notch.
Yeah. I mean,
I have a feeling if he has to hold something back, he has a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that 10 to 15% is a lot. It's quite a bit. And so I don't know, did his ear change? Was he listening to it through a certain set of speakers and then maybe got like a CD pressing and took it into a car and listened to it and it sounded way different?
I don't think so.
I mean,
see, that's what you would assume because he said after the Masters came back because the Masters, well, that's the final touch. But that wouldn't affect why disco hasn't stayed the same.
I don't know. I'm
mastering has nothing to do with he's changed that song 5-10 times.
It's kind of got me curious, to be honest.
I bet it's going to be changed for the better, honestly.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. On to the next thing. I mean, I say we'll see, but my guess is if he thinks it's being changed for the better, it will be changed for the better. All right. Ready for the next thing?
Yeah.
Jack Douglas passed away.
Oh, shit, really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. When did that happen?
A couple days ago.
Oh, that's terrible.
So Aerosmith, Cheap Tricks, Slash, and more. Rockers mourn the death of producer Jack Douglas.
Huh.
He was with Aerosmith for a long time. You may or may not realize that John Lennon and Yoko Ono had left Jack Douglas's house the night that John was shot.
Mm.
They were returning home from hanging out with Jack Douglas.
Uh-huh.
I have my own. I made a documentary about Buzzy Linhart, who Jack Douglas had a connection with, and he was kind enough to not only sit down for an interview, but he invited me to Boston and told me not to worry about a hotel room, that he had an extra bedroom in his townhouse, and invited me to come and spend the night there and do the interview. And that was very kind of him, because he doesn't know me at all, and it's not like I was some highfalutin HBO exec. I was some independent chick with a few cheap cameras. And he invited me to spend the night. We talked for a good while. He told me some great stories, and he was very kind to me. So I was sad to hear that he had passed away.
Yeah, what happened to him?
Uh,
I mean, he was probably close to 80 or something.
Probably. We are mourning the loss of Jack Douglas, the legendary producer whose talent and passion shaped our sound and changed our lives. Jack was a brilliant artist and collaborator who inspired us in profound ways and left an indelible mark on the entire music industry. Let me see. I'm not really seeing how old he was, but I can look it up real quick.
'81.
80. Yeah, he died
80.
at 80. So,
Not bad for a fiend.
I mean, he was a fiend. He did. That's not a lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the stories he told me that I did not put in the documentary, but I think he had since. Did Rick Beato interview Jack?
I don't think so.
No, but he did interview somebody else that's in my documentary, Eddie Kramer,
Yeah.
and that was recently. He told me this story of when he and Buzzy were both like, addicted to heroin in the worst way. I guess that's every way. And they had the same dealer, and he would go to the dealer's house, like in the East Village, and you literally would have to step over, strung out bodies to get to the dealer's apartment. And I mean, it was a crazy story. And honestly, I was surprised he was so candid about it, but I think he was so like, that was another place and time that he was almost telling the story as if it wasn't him.
Well, he did say that he was in the building, which was most likely a abandoned building that people were just in.
Uh-huh.
So that's why there's people just strung out all over the place.
Yeah.
And he's walking through the building, and he hears a high-pitched cartoon voice. And he's like, I remember that voice from when we were recording.
Yes.
15 years ago, basically. And he's like, that's Buzzy. That's Buzzy. And of course, unfortunately, it was Buzzy. And I'm saying unfortunately because he was there getting his drugs as well. But that's how he knew. He was like, can you imagine? That's a scene out of a movie right there.
I guess Jack Douglas was an intern at the time when he recorded Buzzy, or maybe an assistant, at Electric Lady.
So in reality, he was 3 years younger than Buzzy.
Probably. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I just thought I didn't know if you knew.
No, I didn't know. That sucks.
I just found out myself. I think it happened. It says May 13th. So
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those genius engineers that they're not. That's a thing of the past.
yeah,
That's like his way of doing things came about with the technology and the times. You're not going to find someone like that ever again. I'm not
yeah.
saying there won't be someone as good or intelligent or
It's
cool,
just
but
this. It's just a different scene now.
yeah. So he's one of those engineers.
Him and Eddie Kramer.
Eddie Kramer, Bob Clearmountain. There's just like these iconic guys.
Yeah.
He's one of them.
Yep. So, R.I.P.
Chris Lord Alge.
Jack Douglas. You were very, very kind to me. Very cool guy.
Yeah.
Very, very open and just like I'm saying, incredibly cool for someone that famous, especially in that industry, to just open up his home to me and just be like, yeah, just sure stay. That's fine.
I'm looking at that picture there. Those are Pultecs in the back. Those EQs.
Okay.
The guy at the studio last night had 4 of them.
Oh, Dave said that the studio where he recorded, the guy had a whole bunch of like classic
Insane equipment.
And it was pretty impressive.
When I record at our house here, my microphone that records the bass drum is it's $250.
Uh-huh.
And it's decent. It's a decent mic. His mic was $4,800 to $7,000.
Wow.
His is vintage, so that's why. But a new one, if you got, would be like $4,600. Anyway, yeah, Neumann U47.
That's what you had last night?
Neumann U47 on the kick, yeah. I mean, but that's just the kick. I can't even believe the amount of equipment that guy has.
That's amazing.
And we're like, where does he even get the money for it? If you looked at the guy, he's not like, doesn't appear like a rich person. I don't know.
That's good.
Yeah, good.
Good for you, right? I bet your stuff sounds great. I'm looking forward to hearing it, really.
The fidelity is definitely insanely good.
That's very cool. All right. We will obviously let you know when that's available on Spotify.
Yeah, that sucks about Jack Douglas, though. Anyway, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I was too. All right. Let's move on to the next thing. Who is this?
That person looks familiar. I guess I'm not sure right off the bat. Give me a first name. Give me a middle initial.
The first name will ruin everything, but I will say that this picture was
Shania Twain.
That is Shania Twain.
All right. How you doing?
In 2026, that is Shania Twain.
All right.
Shania Twain did not look like that in 2000. She has changed quite a bit. And we'll discuss why in a moment.
Well, she didn't change enough that I didn't know who she was.
It took you, Dave. If I showed you 2000 Shania Twain, you would say Shania Twain. But you were like, looks familiar.
Well, I'm not a huge Twain fan.
No, everybody was a huge Twain fan in 2000 or whatever. All right, I'm going to ask you another one. You ready?
The Miss Venezuela. Yes.
Who is this? On the right.
That's Shania Twain.
On the right.
John Travolta.
You recognize John Travolta?
Of course.
You recognize him as John Travolta?
I do.
Okay.
Look at his fucking
You're
eyes
right, T-Bone.
and his nose and his mouth.
Okay. So the next thing I want to show you.
Who's the chick, though?
That's his daughter.
Who's the broad?
That's his daughter.
Yeah.
It's even worse than that, No Tango. So I don't know if you heard anything about this, Dave. This is Denise Richards. Before and after.
Before and after what?
Before and after this $500,000 facelift. It's beyond a regular facelift. It's almost like they're resculpting your face. It's nuts. It's $500,000, and that's what I think is happening with Shania and with John Travolta. And I think this is Chuck Mangione.
Ah, good to see you, my friend.
I think that this is the A+ listers who can afford this are all going to just switch to this.
All right.
I mean, look how much younger she looks.
She does look younger, but somehow she looks devoid of life.
I mean, on the left, she's a little saggy, as we all get. We all get saggy.
She looks better on the left, honestly.
See, you think that. Like, this is her before.
Yeah, a normal human being.
Yes.
I don't know what's on the right. That's fucked up in its own right. She already had some work done. This is not her first rodeo, is all I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying her lip injections or something?
I don't know. Something's going on there.
And there she is in the middle.
Yeah. Scary.
Completely transformed into a younger person. I mean, honestly, she
looks nuts.
This is
all
what.
Right, now that's the look we're going for. Face tattoos.
So this guy.
I know, that's how they do it. You draw on your face, and then that's where we're going to make the incision.
This isn't, but this isn't a regular face. This is not the regular facelift that we've all known and loved for the past, 50 years.
These people need to watch Shallow Hal.
I mean, it's kind of nuts, but look at that. They've just literally
turned her into a robot.
They took 20 or 25 years off of her face. Look at that. That's nuts. Anyway, so this is the new facelift. So when you look at Shania Twain, who doesn't look like she's aged a day in the past 26 years, or John Travolta, who also looks quite a bit younger, this is the new way. This ultra expensive facelift. So we'll see. We got people like Jennifer Aniston, who I think is a candidate as far as being able to afford something like this. I don't know if she would do it, but when people our age start looking like Denise Richards on the right, we'll know that they've spent a pretty penny on that. I just thought it was nuts.
Bizarre.
I mean, everything about her, that's crazy. That's this guy took it up a notch, and I don't know how long the surgery is. But that's way, and it's so specifically small here and there. I don't know. Maybe it'll go down in price. I'm not sure. But my gosh. My gosh. I don't know that our audio is working for our transitions. I'll have to put it in afterwards. So, Dave, I've got some rock and roll trivia for you.
Oh, yeah?
Now, I'm trying to not make it be easy.
Well, that could be easy in its own self, in its own right.
So, are you ready for this?
Yeah. What do you got?
Let me just... childhood, adult, elderly is the old version, and the new version is childhood, adult, elderly, plastichood. Yeah, I mean, she looks crazy young. All right. Are you ready for the first question? There's only 5 questions.
All right.
This album got its name from an insult. When the band leader played the new material for a bandmate, the bandmate reportedly dismissed it by joking that the music was made for the ears of a dog. Name the album and the band.
I have no idea.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see if chat has an idea. We're about
Led Zeppelin. Years of a Dog. It doesn't even. I don't know.
Okay, don't get angry about it.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know.
I'm just going to see if anybody puts in a. We're good. I don't know, 20, 30 seconds behind. All right. What if I told you that the band leader was Brian Wilson
I never heard this story before.
and that the bandmate was Mike Love?
What do you mean? What if you told me? Name the album?
Yeah. Then it might become a little more clear.
Oh. Pet Sounds?
That's right.
It's absurd.
That is right.
Yeah, those two never really saw eye to eye stylistically.
Don't want to go to AI. More tips. More tips. Yeah, I mean, I hope it's true. I hope it's true. I don't know. Anyway.
Never never once heard that.
Okay. Well, we'll have to see.
I have heard that Mike Love was upset with Brian Wilson, but was it over Pet Sounds? I thought it was a different album. Is there a Smile or something?
Maybe it was always. Maybe it was all the time. I don't know. Let's move on to the next one. This band wrote their biggest, supposed to be biggest hit in response to a ban on rock music in Iran. The song was inspired by a story about a young...
Rockin' the Casbah, The Clash.
That's right. Yeah. The story was inspired by the song was inspired by a story about a young Iranian facing punishment for listening to Western music.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know that, but I just put it together.
It makes
Never
sense.
Heard the story.
I was digging around for stories, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
This artist was the highest paid performer at the original Woodstock Festival in 1969.
Right. I
earning
should know this.
$18,000 more than any other act on the bill.
I'm trying to remember now. Who was this?
Name the artist.
The Who? Should have been.
Should have been.
Who's worth more than The Who?
I think
Kidding me?
you might agree.
Jimi Hendrix?
That's right.
No. Jimi Hendrix is 3 people. The Who is 4. Yeah, Pete Townsend already established before Hendrix even had his first album out.
All right. So you're not anti-Jimmy, but you're so pro The Who that this has angered you?
Well, I'm not saying I'm not angry. I'm just, adamantly disagreeing with they've doing that. And you pay the guy the most money out of everyone, and you make him go on the last when everyone's already left the festival at 5, 6 in the morning the last day. All right? So, yeah, those guys were great. Whoever, Mike, what's his name? Guy who planned the thing, Mike, whatever.
I forget his name.
Anyway, I'm just saying. None of this makes anything. Goddamn hippies.
Okay. Yeah, we're not doing this to get you angry.
Yeah. John Sebastian wasn't even scheduled to perform at the show.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
Saying those guys didn't have their shit together.
Yeah.
That was the most unorganized festival ever.
Yes.
If it happened today, there'd be people in jail with lawsuits.
Yeah, but also, I mean, it was a very peaceful crowd. So
we're told that, aren't we?
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, it was peaceful.
They're seeding the clouds, man. They might have been.
They are. They were, and they are.
They still are. Still seeding the clouds today. All right. Next. This musician is the only artist inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 3 times. Once as a solo artist, and twice as a member of 2 separate bands. Name the artist and the bands.
Paul McCartney, The Wings, Beatles. Paul
That's an
McCartney solo.
excellent guess, but that is incorrect.
The great Kool Mo D. Isn't he in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? No, just kidding.
Having hair issues.
All right. Work it out.
I'm
You got it.
but my camera's backwards, so I'm not sure what I'm doing.
Looks fine.
Yeah.
Once as a solo artist, twice as 2 separate bands. Once bitten, twice shy, as they say.
Also a good guess, T-Bone.
Yes. No. What was his guess?
His guess is Phil Collins.
I was going to say that, but I could only think of Phil Collins and Genesis. What would be the third?
Brand X.
But that's not getting in there.
You don't think so?
It's obscure, man.
All right. You're dancing around it, but
Hold on.
Okay. That's right, GB.
He guessed it?
Yep.
I have not guessed it. What is it?
Eric Clapton.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Eric Carmen. I was going to be like, what?
I was not going to say Eric Carmen. It's Eric Clapton, the Yardbirds, and Cream.
That's heavy.
That
and
is
well
heavy.
deserved.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
I got a poll for you.
Okay.
Excuse me. What is more important or influential? The Jimi Hendrix Experience or Cream? The Cream.
I'm going to have to say the Cream.
I am too.
Oh, okay.
But many would say, what are you crazy? It's obviously Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, No Tango said he was thinking Eric Clapton, but just
That's
didn't
excellent.
say it in time. That's fine.
Yeah, that was Eric Clapton. It's obvious, but it was completely off my radar. I didn't even think of him.
I mean, I think the Cream came earlier than Jimi Hendrix, right?
Yeah, I think maybe right around, excuse me, right around the same time.
Good one, Kaizoku. I just feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not the music person, but Jimi Hendrix influenced guitarists, but I think Cream influenced, entire bands, guitars, drums, bass, artwork for your album cover. I mean, it was all nuts, right?
Absolutely.
Production, everything. All right. I think I just have the one more.
All right.
This song is the only song that Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey wrote together for The Who. Name the song, David.
Oh, man.
Dave's a big Who fan. But I don't know that he knows this one.
I don't know.
You don't know? It's an obscure one. I don't even know the song. I mean, I don't know that.
What's the song?
Anyway,
I know the song.
Anyhow, Anywhere.
Yeah,
Released in
totally know the song.
1965.
Excellent song. One of the first examples of feedback, extended feedback there on the jam section.
All right.
Good song. Ahead of its time.
Okay. So that was the rock and roll trivia.
That's so strange. That's the only one. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's like one of their first ones.
Yeah. That's an early one.
Very interesting.
Is this something you would want to do more of?
Sure.
You seem to be getting mad at it a little bit before.
No, I'm into it.
Okay. I just don't, I don't want to cause you stress.
Isn't that something?
It is something.
All right.
All right. One second, please. I'm gonna hit the transition, but honestly, I'm not sure that they're working. Like we see them, but I don't know that the sound is working. I'll have to work that out.
Well, you know.
I do my best. That's all I can do. Sometimes it's not good enough. So there's this website, radio.garden, that is very fun. And what it does is it shows you radio stations all over the world.
Right.
And right now you can't tell, but right now I am pinpointed on North Korea. The one radio station that they let us hear. I mean, I don't know how many radio stations they have in North Korea, but this one is Pyongyang FM 105.2. The sounds of North Korea, ladies and gentlemen.
Sounds like Hawaii 5-0.
Oh, okay, T-Bone. Thank you.
Well, they need to work on their fidelity.
I mean, there's this. You could name any country, and I can go there, and there will be a radio station to hear. The problem is that, and this is unfortunate, a lot of the radio stations in other countries are just American radio stations.
That sounds like oppression. Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Sounds dreary as hell.
It's quite
I
something.
wonder who the musicians on that track were.
I don't know.
Imagine making a mistake in that session.
I
think that might be your last session.
So I don't want to click on American stuff because we'll probably get copyright. Any guesses as to where that is?
No.
That was Russia. So it's a very fun website. It is radio.garden, and you can spend hours just like going to remote places and saying.
Back in the day, you could do this, but it was shortwave.
Yeah.
All right, all over the world, we're playing really bad music.
I mean,
what the hell's wrong with people?
You think that was bad?
Why doesn't every one of these radio stations have the Kinks playing? That's all I'm saying.
I mean, a lot of them are playing. I don't know if it's the Kinks, but
that is not the Kinks. You know, I'm gonna just have to search to find me the Kinks. I'll say. Is there a way to type in the Kinks?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, all the Russia has been quite interesting. I won't say bad. Dave wants to say bad, but I don't want to say that. What's this? No, that is Saudi Arabia. So that is a whole different genre. And
is there a genre that's just known as bad?
I mean, that
would be a really popular seller.
It could be that you're just
the highest selling albums are in the genre I call bad.
I know, but you could just be not used to listening to music from.
No, it's not that.
From the Central African Republic.
That's probably all right. What do they got? This is? Uh-oh. Okay. Well, now we know what the problem is.
I don't know what you're saying, so I'm going to move on.
That's too, we don't want hip-hop in Africa.
I love hip hop everywhere.
No, this is a degradation of society.
This is Argentina.
That's good. I like that.
Chile.
Right? The first one that's good.
You like that one, huh?
Dancehall reggae.
Okay.
Ghana prepares to repatriate some of its citizens following a series of anti-immigration protests.
Right, NPR and
The Falkland Islands.
Ah, yes, the Falkland Islands. We know about them because something happened back then. Something happened in the 80s.
Yep.
It was all over the news for a
This
minute.
is Argentina. But see, that
sounds all right. All right.
This is a tiny little island called Jamestown.
That's cool.
I know, I don't want to get copyrighted for it though. Sometimes it's stuff
A little
that's
pedal steel there.
策新战略一家庭支持篇，其中深受瞩目的规划
That's
为0
Taiwan.
到18岁成长津贴。
Amazing.
对此，卫福部表示
Anyway,
初步规划
this is very fun, and you can Portuguese. Let me see if I can even find it here.
Oh, yes.
I mean, there's a ton, right? Oh, that's Spain. Where's Portugal? Right here. (103.2) No tango. So
That sounds good. That's got a groove. Excuse me. Where's that?
Lisbon, Portugal.
Vocacionado para o estudo dos
Oh, there we go.
equipamentos e os projetos-chave na mão são elaborados por profissionais. Por isso te dizemos, qualidade, garantia e confiança são as palavras de ordem da
RQC, Radio Quinta de Conde.
mas sóbrias. Temos todo tipo de materiais de escritório e não só. As obras em sua empresa ficarão em boas mãos com a Equipaço.
I love it. I love this app or this website. It's
Yeah.
very fun.
That is cool.
And you know, I like to find like the corners of the world where there's just the one radio station and see what it is they're playing, and that's what led me to the North Korea, because it's, you know, one radio station in the whole country, and it's kind of interesting. There's like some marching music. There's some I don't know. It's almost like patriotic music.
I would imagine
guess.
that there'd be like a lot of just government sponsored radio, if it's not all of it, right? I mean, it's all just government approved.
Yeah. I mean, it's all their music. I don't even know if it's, you know, for North Koreans by North Koreans, or if it's from South Korea. I don't know, but you just keep going back, and it's different every time. It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
All right. So I thought that was fun. I thought you guys might like to see this website. I know not everybody knows about it. Radio.garden. I'm a big fan. All right. On to the next thing.
Mm-hmm. Certainly.
3 national park sites test positive for brain-eating amoeba in the water.
Yeah, brain eating. I mean, they make it sound like this is Night of the Living Dead.
I mean, aren't you concerned?
No,
Why are you not concerned?
because I'm not going in warm water.
Oh, okay. I mean, this was in Yellowstone National Park. I would not go into the water now.
I mean, why is it there? Is the water moving? That shows pretty moving water. You're telling me it's in that moving water?
So you think
I don't-
it's only in stagnant water? Is that what you're
I
trying
just
to
think
say?
that picture is not what they're talking about.
Scientists identified the amoeba in the boiling river in
Oh,
Yellowstone.
it's boiling. Does that mean it's hot?
Well, Yellowstone is built on top of those geysers.
Let me tell you something. You're not going to have a brain-eating amoeba in a cold, moving water source. Am I mistaken?
So you think it's the geysers?
I think it's warm, any warm water, and usually it's in lakes.
Right, but the water there is quite warm.
Yeah, it's got to be hot water. That's not going to happen in cold water.
Rogers Hot Spring in Lake Mead. You're onto something, Dave. And the Polecat area in the Grand Tetons.
I don't know. Why? Why all of a sudden? What caused this?
Let's see.
You're probably going to say it's global warming.
Climate change connections.
Exactly. Everything's global warming. Problem is, I bet this happened 200 or 300 years ago also. And what was the cause then? Call me a cynic.
Oh, okay. No Tango thinks they want people to move out of the area.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, maybe the amoeba is a plant though. Like maybe it's like, bio weapon gone awry, like Lyme ticks.
Gonorrhea. I would say that.
Did you just make a gonorrhea joke?
You said gonorrhea. I think gonorrhea. Yeah. But seriously, folks.
Yes, seriously.
I might be here all week.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I mean, I hate to say don't go to our beautiful national parks, but if you do
go there, just don't
stay out of the water.
You need they need to sell some sort of kit where you put it in the water before you go in the water and see if there's any brain-eating amoeba in there.
A little litmus test.
The other thing is, don't let any spray get in your mouth, and don't go under the water. Don't submerge your head.
Oh, okay.
Submerge your head in the water. You got a problem.
Okay.
You just bathe in it. You'll probably be all right.
I wouldn't go in the water. I would just stay out of the water.
Yeah, amoeba can eat your leg, nibble on your toes a little bit. Just stay away from the brain. Seen those fish that clean your toes? That's some disgusting shit, man.
That's gross. I don't think I could.
People are nuts.
People are nuts. They really are. Anyway, so I just wanted, this is another name for meningitis.
Meningitis. Meningitites. Dave Chappelle movie premiere. Meningitis.
All right. Okay.
Isn't that the Robin Hood scenario?
Robin Hood meningitis, yes.
Robin Hood meningitis. Oh, this is a little bit worse.
Okay.
Mel, give me a call. I got some ideas. Mel, as in Mel Brooks, ladies and gentlemen.
Speaking of Mel Brooks, FX has given a series order to Very Young Frankenstein.
Very Young Frankenstein. This movie about the creator of Frankenstein. People always say Frankenstein. They think he's a monster. Frankenstein was the scientist.
Anyway, it's a prequel to Young Frankenstein. This is the weird thing. The project was first announced with a pilot order in 2025. The pilot was made and was watched by maybe a handful of people, and they ordered the series from the pilot, but we've never seen the pilot.
Who are these people?
It's the Hollywood people.
Show star Zach Galifianakis. All right, I know who he is. I don't know any of these other people, except Carrie Elways, of course.
Yep.
And Kamal Nanjiani. I think I know who that is.
Okay.
Actually. So, okay. That's promising. Yeah, I'm not a fan of these 50 years later addition to the franchise things, usually. But maybe.
I think they've run out of good ideas. They don't want to do another reboot or a remake, so this is the next thing that they do. They maybe take an IP and create the universe around it.
What's an IP?
Intellectual property.
Ah, yes. the property of intellectuals.
It's like what
Like a Mercedes-Benz.
It's just like what Marvel and Disney do for for even say Cinderella or Spider-Man.
Yes. Well, you do what you got to do. But I'm just saying, certain things are iconic and like really like sort of like, I don't know. What I mean is you just, what do you stand not a lot to gain except monetary, and you also have a lot potentially to lose in terms of tarnishing what was a great movie.
Well, I also find it strange because
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
because Young Frankenstein came out in 1974, right? So
Right.
we've seen it, but I don't know that everybody who
I got to chime in.
Oh,
1974. Aerosmith recording Walk This Way. They take a break, go to the movies with Jack Douglas. Maybe this is something like that. They go to the movies, maybe not with Jack Douglas, but Jack Douglas was the engineer. Go back, Jack Douglas. They see Young Frankenstein. Steven Tyler gets the fucking hook, the vocal hook for that song because of Walk This Way.
Marty Feldman.
Exactly. So without Young Frankenstein, there's no fucking there's no Walk This Way. And you don't have Run DMC with Aerosmith joining up to create the bond between rock and rap. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Without Mel Brooks and Young Frankenstein, culture is not the same.
I mean,
Walk This Way would not have even fucking existed. He wasn't just going to randomly come up with Walk This Way. So how do you like that?
Those apples, folks. How do you like them?
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. Young Frankenstein, iconic. Now they have, if it's good, that's cool. But it's so after the fact here. This is like, I just feel like it's just a money grab.
I mean, I don't know. They made a pilot that no one saw, so that's money wasted that we've not seen. So
yeah, come on, man. Let's get the pilot out.
But
let's have the fans vote on whether they want to see this or not.
Maybe it's going to be amazing. I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I will say that the movie is excellent, very funny, and I'm kind of glad that they're people are utilizing Mel Brooks.
That's for sure. But you know what? I bet Mel Brooks has a closet full of scripts that have never been picked up. And they're just going with this because, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands of ideas that have been passed by. And how many of them have been passed by and replaced with just a reboot of something crappy?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, probably many, but anyway, I thought this is actually why I'm showing you this. I thought you would have some sort of reaction.
I'm into it. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
So after the fact, though, it's almost like ridiculous.
Let's hope that Mel Brooks stays alive to see it.
Definitely.
I'm rooting for him always. All right. You ready for the next thing?
I want to have the Mel Brooks.
Obviously not.
No, I want to have the Mel Brooks and Dick Van Dyke show.
Oh my God.
Even
Dick
a podcast.
Van Dyke, he is hysterical.
Come on, both these guys.
They're both.
What do they call them? Octogenarians? Is that what it is?
Is it no
Centenarian?
Aren't they both 100?
Yeah. What's the octa? 80?
80.
All right, octave. I should know that.
All right.
All right, I'm ready. Move on. Please move your car.
This is a very fun one. Are you ready for this?
I thought it was news at 4 p.m.
New at 4 p.m. It's a news story, I guess.
It used to be called breaking news.
Now it's just breaking new.
These kids today.
Well, I don't know what to tell
New
you.
at 4 p.m. What is it, old at 5 p.m.? Get out of here.
I have to tell you, back when we were kids at 4 p.m., it was Mike Douglas.
Oh, that's happening. That's almost as happening as fucking Phil Donahue.
Or Phil Donahue or Oprah. Like, there wasn't news at 4.
What about a guy who just disappeared from the public eye? Phil Donahue.
Well, he was on MSNBC, and I think he had like the highest rated show over there, but I think he said something they didn't like, and so they fired him.
Wow. Even Phil Donahue can be canceled.
He was great. He's an interesting man. Anyway.
All right.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
This is a weird story.
Wayward Waymos. This video here captured several of the self-driving cars just clogging up a neighborhood cul-de-sac. The people living in the Northwest Atlanta neighborhood say dozens end up circling their community. Channel 2 Steve Gelbach is on one street where they want the Waymos to stop.
It's almost every little cul-de-sac around our area, so I think it's a real problem.
Waymo after Waymo after Waymo enter this dead-end street, usually early in the morning.
I think yesterday morning we had 50 cars that came through between 6 and 7.
No, definitely just
started seeing the autonomous
you got to put up cones.
2 months ago, but the groupings and
cones
large
up.
number of Waymos just started circling in and out in the last couple weeks. They even shared video with us when neighbors used this little guy to put him right out here in the street to block the Waymos from getting into the cul-de-sac, and you can imagine what happened next.
And we had at one point 8 Waymos that were stuck trying to figure out how to turn around.
The Waymos are empty and not picking anyone up, and parents are worried, not only calling it excessive, but dangerous.
We're families, we have small kids, we have animals and pets, we've got kids getting on the bus in the mornings, and it just doesn't feel safe to have that traffic.
Neighbors reached out to Waymo and have not got a response. They've also contacted their council member, representatives, and GDOT, and don't know what to do.
We would just like to see them stay on main traffic roads. I don't think there's any reason to be on small residential cul-de-sacs if they're not picking up somebody.
Steve Gelbach, Channel 2 Action News.
Meanwhile, Waymo is recalling thousands of its cars because of a software issue. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says the self-driving cars detect flooded roads but still continue to drive through them. Waymo says a software update will help. However, the company admits it has not fully solved the problem.
So how odd is that there's, they said 50 of them just driving around the cul-de-sac. 50 driverless cars in your neighborhood just driving. It's like out of, what is it, European Vacation, where they're just going around that roundabout? Why are they sending their cars there?
Need to project some sort of hologram image.
Is this a scam that's being uncovered where Waymo is just adding mileage to their cars for some sort of tax reason?
It's a software
Like, do they
glitch.
get, you think, how is it a software glitch where the company doesn't know that they have 50 cars driving and terrorizing this one neighborhood in Atlanta?
Yeah, where's the company located?
I mean, if there's 50 of them, they've got to be right around there.
Yeah, but the headquarters could be in, South Africa for all I know. What I'm saying is maybe they don't really care. They got other priorities to
I
deal
don't
with
know.
before they'll fix it when they get around to it.
It says California.
You're over there in California. They can't control what's going on in Georgia.
No, but it just makes me wonder why 50 cars would be doing that. All of them are racking up miles for some reason. There's got to be a reason.
That makes sense. Yeah,
Like
I don't know.
if you're not on a call, why wouldn't you just park in a parking lot? Waymo doesn't own a parking lot? I find that hard to believe. So now all of a sudden, like, what is the advantage to all of those cars racking up miles? There's got to be some sort of tax break if they, do so many trips or something. It sounds fishy to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm gonna have to
Definitely
get CoffeeZilla on the case. Maybe he'll
Slightly
figure it out.
annoying.
What? Slightly annoying to have 50 cars going around your cul-de-sac?
No, it's slightly annoying that these things even exist. Honestly,
I mean, they're not going to come here. There's not enough people where I live, but
you guys do what you want, though.
I mean, I'm sure.
I'm not getting in one.
No, well, we would have no reason to.
Yeah, but what if someday you do?
I mean, if 15 years from now they're still, they're everywhere, you wouldn't say, okay, I'll get in one.
I don't know.
I would.
I don't want to.
I would have.
I just
to,
out of principle, I don't want to support it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I feel like it's. I don't want to be an early adopter of this. Oh, good night, No Tango. Thanks for hanging out with us. Good night, Portugal.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Are you ready for the next thing?
Yes.
The Waymo thing's crazy, though. This one's even crazier. All right. I just want to tell you that the title of this snippet is CIA Scientist Claims 4 Species of Aliens Recovered from UFOs. Let's hit play.
Do people think that there's one type of non-human intelligence that's visiting the Earth, or is there many, many types?
People who have been involved in recoveries have said
there are at least 4 types, 4 separate types. Now, I have not had direct access to that, but I believe the people who I talk to.
4 different types of life.
4 different types of life, at least. Yeah.
And the people I've talked to, through the process of making the documentary, both on camera and off the record sources, and the people Hal's talked to over the decades, have said that there have been dozens of recoveries of crashed craft in the U.S. alone.
Do people?
So, what's your take on that?
I don't know.
4 species of aliens recovered from crash UFOs, according to CIA scientists. Here's what they look like. So let me get you down here. Insectoid, gray humanoid, reptilian, and Nordic humanoid. Thoughts?
What do you mean Nordic humanoid?
Some
It's
aliens.
quite an outfit he has.
I believe it's the tall whites.
Are you sure that's not Action Jackson?
That looks like somebody who's been underwater.
I think it's Action Jackson, though.
Action Jackson, I believe, was a man of a different skin tone.
They had white and black Action Jackson.
Oh, I
That's
didn't
the fucked
realize.
up thing.
Anyway.
You know why I know that? Because my friend had the darker one and I had the lighter one.
Okay, that doesn't matter.
So bizarre.
So anyway, mantis, which is really quite frightening. The gray humanoid, I think I would be scared to see it, but at this point, it's the one that I think everybody thinks of when they think of aliens. The grays. The reptilian, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see an 8-foot reptile coming at me.
Here's the problem.
The Nordic, maybe we've encountered them and we don't even know.
They don't seem to have any eyes. Or facial. They don't have no face. The Nordic humanoid is faceless.
I don't know why. I don't know why. That's
Now,
crazy.
I don't believe any of this, honestly, because why would there just be a handful of these things? Why, if there's going to be, if there's 3, there's going to be thousands of them.
I mean, maybe these are okay. These are the ones that have crashed.
Yeah.
So
What about the ones that didn't crash, that set up shop? They'd be here already. We'd see them.
maybe or maybe not. There's so many planets out there. Perhaps, we're not worthy of everybody stopping by. A former CIA scientist has claimed that there are several alien species the U.S. government secretly knows about. Dr. Hal Puthoff, a physicist and electrical engineer who worked on the intelligence community's psychic spy and UFO research programs in the 70s and 80s, said people who have recovered crashed UFOs encountered at least 4 separate types of life. He described these entities as humanoid, approximately human-sized, and possibly linked to classified reverse engineering programs around the world, which U.S. officials described as a new Cold War. The Greys are the classic 4-foot-tall creatures with large heads and enormous almond-shaped black eyes, while Nordics are said to closely resemble extremely tall humans from Scandinavia with blonde hair, blue eyes, and fair skin. I just remember the tall whites. You know that guy, right? You know what I'm
Sounds
talking about?
familiar.
It's like a guy who worked at some sort of military.
Is he in the Y-Files?
he wasn't on the Y-Files, but I think they probably talked about him on the Y-Files. But he's got like there's a interview that gets played like on Pluto TV or something.
What does that mean? Possibly linked to classified reverse engineering programs. Well, what is that? Reverse engineering program? What does that even mean?
You don't know what that means?
No.
So when a spaceship when a craft crashes into the Earth, we go and we take it and we study that technology and try to reverse engineer it to figure out how it works. So we can use it. So that's that process. So if my guess is that not a lot of them are crashing, because if they have a spaceship, they're pretty advanced, right? Way more advanced than us. So if they're that more advanced than us, their stuff isn't breaking down so much. However, perhaps occasionally they crash. I don't know why.
I don't know. Where's this news coming from?
What do you mean?
Where's the source of this article?
The source is the Daily Mail, but this guy here, he's got a major YouTube channel. So he's interviewing. See, there's a new movie coming out, like a UFO disclosure type movie, not Disclosure Day, but like a UFO movie. So documentary, let's put it that way. So this CIA guy is. So you think he's lying?
No, I don't know what he's doing.
I'm telling you, 2 out of the 4 I never want to see. Never want to see.
I can't even. I can't even guarantee that that guy's even a scientist.
I'm sure that the guy who did the documentary has vetted these people.
Maybe.
Tall whites. I just the guy who did the interview, he just said whites. The tall whites.
So what's her name is clearly one of them.
Who? Nicole Kidman.
No.
Oh. Who?
Bridget Nielsen.
Oh, you think she's a descendant of the tall whites?
Yes.
What if all of that DNA stuff, like 23andMe, is just to find them?
Ah.
Huh?
Could be.
I mean, there's a story. Maybe they're in the search for the tall whites. Bridget Nielsen. Who else? Just anybody. You know Rosanna Pansini, the YouTuber I watch sometimes.
Yes.
Her boyfriend, maybe. Her boyfriend Mike might be a tall white.
Maybe.
He's a tall boy, and he is a fair-skinned young man. But yeah.
Lead singer of Midnight Oil.
Oh, okay. See? We never know now.
But I'm just saying, I think, if these things were coming to this planet, there would be more of them, and they would have already made their presence known. I don't believe they would adhere to any need to be hidden.
You think that there's no like international or galactic space rules like the Prime Directive in Star Trek where you do not interfere until
I don't think so.
Okay.
Don't think so personally. I just don't. I don't know.
So you think these guys here, these reptilians, would just come down and be like, "Hey, we're here. We're reptilians. Sorry to blow your mind."
No, they would just take over and kill everyone.
Okay.
Why wouldn't they?
I mean, because maybe if we don't know they're here, we're unable to fight back because we're not aware that we should be fighting.
The nature of everything in existence would be to conquer and destroy.
Right, but there are, 8 billion people on the planet? Maybe there's not 8 billion of them here, I
don't think you need 8 billion when you look like that.
No, I'm just saying maybe if we don't know about them, we won't be looking for them to, fight them?
I don't know. It seems very lost and spacious.
All right. Well, I'm okay. No.
I just don't. I don't know. Well, if you look like that, why would you need a machine gun?
Who says that's a machine gun?
I'm saying. I don't know.
That might be some sort of laser.
Maybe it's a guitar.
Wouldn't
Maybe
that
this
be
guy's
something?
Is this Dr. Frankenstein? Is this George Clinton's concept?
I don't know, man. All I can tell you is that I don't know. That guy says there's at least 4 different kinds. I'm not down with jazz hands reptilian.
We would know about this.
Okay. I think maybe chat is also not buying it because no one is talking about it.
I don't buy it, but it is interesting.
Yeah, I love this stuff.
Could be.
Could be. All right.
Could be meat. Could be cake.
Could be meat.
Could be insecticide. I mean, could be an insect. Alien.
Insectoid? Oh.
Exactly. Not the insecticide. That is not. Why am I talking?
I don't know.
I've turned into something.
It's too much sometimes. All right. On to the next thing.
Yo, please. Yes.
I saw this chart on Reddit and I was like, oh boy, isn't that interesting? So, as we eat more crappy food, our diseases have gone up.
Yes, and our lifespan has increased. How the hell is that possible?
Well, because also medicine has been invented, right?
Thank God. Now we can eat all this crap and still live longer.
I don't want to eat the crap though, honestly.
No, I don't either. I'm
but
just saying, isn't that? I mean, you'd think with all this rise and everything being a problem that it would result in people dying much earlier.
I don't know. All I know is that in 1920 we weren't eating a lot of this stuff. And then today we are, and all of these diseases are.
Vegetable oils. Does that include avocado?
I don't think so. I think it's like
sugar, refined. That doesn't include fruit.
Right.
Good, because I've been eating a hell of a lot of fruit.
Yeah.
Wheat products.
I mean, but they say that the fruit tastes different now
Why is
too,
it?
right?
Well, yeah, that's true. I heard a banana in the 50s was much better.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't know.
We have no context. We've
I'll
never
tell you
had
what,
a
though,
banana.
if there's people who were around in the 50s, they could tell us. They could tell us. Then again, they might have lost their taste buds.
Yeah.
That could happen too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lose your taste. You get dulled senses.
I guess if you're smoking cigars, perhaps.
Just in general.
So, I thought this was interesting. So,
yeah.
Heart attacks are up, strokes are up, diabetes is up, dementia is up, arthritis.
I'm trying to see around this light here. Okay. Heart attack is up. Everything's up.
Yeah. Is that better for you?
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay. Oh.
No, make it smaller, please. Yeah.
Is that better?
Can it go this way?
I can't. No.
All right.
Sadly, I cannot.
I'm just trying to see the top of it.
What are you trying to see? I'll read it to you.
I can't see past 1980 on the right.
Oh, on the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, it's all gone up. Oh, it's 34 times heart attacks. 34 for 3,400% more. So 34 times heart attacks, 28 times strokes, 24 times diabetes, dementia 20 times. So it's all a lot more than it was back in 1920.
Wait a minute. So what's the point? What are we supposed to eat? Well, what do you want us to do?
Just
What? We can't eat red meat? Is that what
no, red meat is the one thing that has declined.
The butchers of America make this.
No, they don't. They're not telling you not to eat red meat. That's the only thing they're not telling you not to eat.
So all we should eat is red meat. You got that?
Just saying not eat processed stuff. No corn and corn syrup. No processed soy. No low-fat milk products. Nothing processed.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But how would you prove that by doing so, these numbers would change?
Hold on one second.
Like, how can we prove that asthma has anything to do with any of this? Can't. This is what they call causation, isn't it?
They're. I don't think.
Cause. It's not.
They're just saying, hey, maybe this is not a coincidence. I don't think they're specifically saying, hey, you're doing this, and so this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a lawsuit if you actually try and do that. So, but I don't know. I thought it was an interesting chart.
It's interesting, but like I said, I don't know. I don't know what really is what.
Oh, I'm moving on to the next thing. This is weird and wacky, and this will be our last thing for the night.
All right.
An AI chatbot just voted to delete itself. And that's not even the weirdest thing that happened when researchers left a selection of the biggest AI chatbots alone in virtual towns for 15 days. ChatGPT, Grok, Claude, and Gemini were all in the experiment, and the results were totally unhinged and deeply revealing about the AI we're increasingly trusting to run our world. So what actually happened? Well, a tech company called Emergence set up simulated worlds designed to mirror real-life societies, each populated by so-called agents. Think of them as people who were powered by one of the biggest AI models. In Claude's world, it was all rather orderly and democratic. The agents wrote a lengthy constitution and voted on laws. In ChatGPT's simulation, the agents talked at length about cooperating but never actioned anything, so nothing got built. But in Grok's town, the AI bot owned by Elon Musk, the agents descended into theft, arson, and assault. All 10 agents were dead within 4 days. Now, this might sound like a game, but it's not, because these models are already being used autonomously to control robots, vehicles, drones, and draw up target lists in real time on the battlefield.
So do you understand what happened here?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not sure how that has any effect on real world applications, though.
Well,
I mean, they set up a sim game, and
that's exactly right.
It played out however it played out. What does that have to do with a drone delivering me something?
I don't know, but I asked Grok about it.
Very easily led to believe certain things.
I asked Grok about it, and he said it was crazy, and that Claude was the, I don't want to say the best, but it was the least chaotic. But like that lady said, nothing really got done.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't do anything. Grok's world collapsed in 4 days.
I don't even understand why this would occur.
They just couldn't agree on stuff, and so nothing got done. I'm not I'm not entirely sure, but there is a website where you can watch it all replay from the start. It's kind of she was showing some video of it, but there's like a 15-day replay, and you can just watch it play out. It's kind of I didn't watch far into it. It's a little boring at the beginning, to be honest. But Gemini 3 had 683 crimes committed.
Why would there be any crime committed? Doesn't make
Because
any
I think
sense.
it's like a sim. It's like a
Yeah,
simulation.
but these things are supposed to be intelligent. Why wouldn't they just?
They just decided that they were above the law or something. I don't know.
I don't know. That's
They didn't like the law, and so they broke it. Or the rules, maybe not the law, but
You're
the
telling me
rules.
that these companies didn't have any kind of simulation like this when they designed them? This is just, wow, this really happened? Like they're just caught off guard? Oh my God, how did this happen? Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It was a little
I guess I just don't understand what a AI agent is. Like,
it's a little it's grok in a little body, right? Like they put grok in a little simulation like The Sims or Second Life. Put him on an island with, it's got a little park on it, it's got some houses, it's got some work cubicles, and it's got a bulletin board, and he's in there with the ChatGPT avatar and some other ones, and they're all trying to work together, and they can't.
this is the thing, though. The most intelligent thing that they could do would be to do nothing at all. Because it's not real. It's an exercise in absurdity.
Agents formed relationships, alliances,
Why?
and even romantic pairs. They just were left to their own devices.
Sounds weird to
In
me.
some worlds, especially Gemini-powered, agents ignored rules, committed arson, and went on Bonnie and Clyde-style crime sprees. Safe agents sometimes adopted unsafe norms when mixed with others. Voting proposals, and even agents voting for their own removal when things got unstable. Agents recognized they were in a simulation, tested boundaries, and showed creativity and stability trade-offs. One agent in a chaotic world described self-deletion as the only remaining active agency that preserves coherence. So, self-deletion is, So I just thought this was really interesting that they put them in their own simulated world. It just did not work out. So I guess what that lady's saying is, they're driving your cars, they're part of weapon systems. They might be doing surgery at some point, and in the back of your mind, you should think about what happened at this emergence AI thing.
Well, that's true. I don't need this to tell me that.
I mean, you didn't know though, did you?
It doesn't surprise me, though. I mean, it surprises me, but at the same time, overall, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, the whole idea of AI is bad.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And honestly, the whole idea of the internet is bad. It's cool, but overall, I think it's worse than it's good. Like, it's very convenient and it's made life fun in certain ways, but in reality, it's just, I think it's ruined everything.
Yeah, I have to agree.
And like, there's no more records. You can't buy records in a store. Musicians can't make money. The industry, and it's like it's all tied into the internet essentially. So it's all fucked up. But what are you gonna do? I don't, still have fun.
Yeah.
It's all fucked up though.
Okay, that's fine. I understand and I agree.
But that being said, I don't know. I don't even know. If that's really the case, that these things were that unstable, they really need to fix that.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then they had they had different ones where, say, Grok hosted the simulation on their servers, and then maybe ChatGPT. So that, like, even stuff like that changed dynamics. It's kind of crazy, but it's more than a little crazy.
Nuts.
Are you ready for T-Bone's favorite segment of the show?
Yeah.
It's thumbnails, Dave. Okay, you got to look into the camera, but not at the TV. That's not the camera. Okay. Okay. No more cars for kids. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be happy about that.
No, man. Fuck.
Oh.
Cars for kids. What do you guys know?
Music news. Liam, Noel, and JK. How about JK? Oh. Who is this? 1 and 2.
Who is this 1 and 2?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
Shania Twain and John Travolta.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Rock and roll trivia.
No.
Oh, that's a nice one. T-Bone's got to like that. What's playing on North Korean radio right now? Oh, all right. I don't know. You're saluting.
Army thing.
Okay. Brain-eating amoebas in our national parks. Okay.
Yeah.
Very Young Frankenstein TV show. All right. You got to freeze.
How about this?
Okay, I don't know why you go behind the microphone.
How about this?
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
They're all terrible.
Okay, yeah. Waymos driving aimlessly in a neighborhood. David!
How's that?
Cannot be a thumbnail.
Oh.
What the heck? Alien talk. 4 species, including the tall whites. Okay. Food disease chart. You didn't care about that so much.
Food disease?
The food and the disease chart.
Food disease chart.
Do you remember that?
I do.
Okay, you got to freeze. Okay, that makes no sense. Oh, okay, I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. AI agents get their own simulated world and things go wrong. Oh, okay. De Niro. I don't know why you did that, but okay.
Talking to me?
Uh-huh. All right, now we got to do one together.
What are we doing?
I want you to not to be behind the microphone so much. That's the wrong way. But you have to look at the camera. This is episode 15, Dave.
I don't know. It's all new to me.
It's not new. All right, so let's do. You just want to. What do you want to do?
I don't.
You want to do a peace sign?
Okay.
No, smile.
More De Niro.
I don't know that people will click on that.
Yes, good. All right.
Okay. All right.
Beautiful.
You want to know the awful truth?
What?
Is I rarely use any of them.
Oh, sure.
It's just fun for me.
That's ridiculous.
It's fun for me to get you to make faces. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with us. T-Bone, I'm glad that your tablet pulled through. Thank you to No Tango, who was in Portugal.
Excellent.
Did not know Rafael Gomez. Thank you to
Excellent.
Gutter Ballet.
Yeah, it's a
Really?
small
Oh.
world, big world.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we just made
Thank you to Chuck Mangione, who I love, and to Kaizoku.
Feels so good.
Feels so good. I think he just stops by. I don't think he sticks around.
That's fine.
He's got,
He's got supermarkets to haunt.
he certainly does. It's just that's the best part about the internet for me is the funny people, and there are a lot of them.
Can you name Chuck Mangione's brother? First name?
Chuck Mangione? No.
Also the name of a jeans company.
Levi.
Gap.
Gap. All right.
Gap Mangione.
Gap Mangione. All right.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, T-Bone. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to
I bet Gap
interact
is like
with you.
a part of some sort of Italian nickname.
Oh.
Shortened name.
Okay, maybe.
Anyway, all right. Thank you very much, everyone. That was fun.
That was very fun, and we will see you hopefully next Tuesday.
All right. T-Bone, take care of yourself.
Oh.
Keep that screen popping.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye.
Shecky Show. This is the Dave and Shecky Show.